Okay, today we're going to use geometry reasons to build equations in X and to solve them. So sometimes you get geometry problems and you're asked to find X and the solving of equations becomes a little tricky. I'm going to do a couple of questions that are a bit more challenging. The questions I'm going to give you for exercises, they're maybe not as hard as these. So anyways. When you look at this picture here, you see a triangle. You should see a triangle there. And then this right here, this angle right here between the arrow and this line here, it's got a special name. It's outside the triangle. It's called the exterior angle of the triangle. And there's something special about that exterior angle. If you take the other two angles opposite the exterior angle on the inside and you add them up, you always get the same thing as the exterior angle. But your first thing is to notice that what reason you might be able to use. And you write, when you build your equation, you have to write down the exterior angle of a triangle. Well, once you see the reason, you know it's an exterior angle and you've got these two angles, you can build your equation. So here we go. We're going to take this 19x plus 3, that's your exterior angle. It'll equal the other two angles on the inside added up together. 9x plus 16 and 6x plus 15. And if you don't write down the reason, exterior angle of a triangle, you could be in danger of losing a mark or all the marks for the question, because without the reason, the geometry, things kind of fall apart. It's all part of the logic. Well, once you've got that, now it's just time to solve the equation. What you do is you put together like terms, 9x and 6x, that's 15x. 16 and 15, that's 31. Now we're going to kind of work with like terms this time too, to do the next step. You've got 15x on this side and 19x on this side. If we take away 15x from this side and from this side, 19x minus 15x is 4x. 15 minus 15x is 0. That's why there's no x's on this side. Okay, right here I've got this plus 3 and 31 here. I'd like to get the x's by themselves. So I take away 3 from here. 3 minus 3 is 0. 31 minus 3 is 28. Now there's a much easier equation. Most people now know, because we've been solving so many equations, you just divide by the number in front of x. It's being multiplied by 4. You divide by 4, you get x. 28 divided by 4 means that x must be 7 degrees. Let's try another question that's maybe not so simple. Say you've got a question and you're given that all three sides, these marks show that all three sides are the same. It's an equilateral triangle. Well, we have a reason that says that in a triangle, equal angles are always opposite equal sides. So if these two sides are equal, these two angles are equal. And if these two sides are equal, these two angles are equal. Well, all of these angles, if the sides are all equal, must be the same. All of these angles must be the same. So that's 4x minus 20. That's 4x minus 20. They're all 4x minus 20. That's because there's equal angles opposite equal sides. Now we use another idea. If we add them all up, they should equal 180, because the angles in a triangle always sum to 180 degrees. But you just have to write this little reason beside it when you use it. Well, I kind of combined it. Maybe I should have said C is equal to this, equal angles opposite equal sides, and B separately. But I made them all equal because 4x minus 20, because equal angles opposite equal sides. And I added them together because the angles in a triangle sum to 180. Now I just do the algebra. 4x and 4x and 4x make 12x. Minus 20 minus 20 minus 20 is minus 60. Now I want to solve this equation. I want to get the 12x by itself. I add 60 to both sides. I get 12x equals 240. Now, x is getting multiplied by 12. I must have to divide both sides by 12, by the number in front of x. 12 divided by 12 is x. 240 divided by 12 is 20. So that x must be 20 degrees. So we're going to get a bunch of questions on this, and I'll send a memo a little bit later. But that's it for now. I hope that this helped. Now I'm going to stop recording.